passing game was a lot more short drops, quick releases today. But did you feel like you could take, because both of your touchdowns were like 5-yard passes that you took to the house. So did you know you were going to be able to break something like that as opposed to other games where it's long passes, deep passes that are getting you in end zone?
Of course, I knew I was going to break bad catches like that. My first Virginia game, it was a drive, and they can't stop the drive. So, whenever coach called that play, I know I got to make some people miss some great tackles and, score a touchdown. That's what I did.
Chris Bell, I'm going to have to start paying attention to you after today, after what you did to the Miami Hurricanes. Let's talk about the fact that this was a very big game, a conference game against a team that was the number 2 team in the country. How do you feel that you were able to meet the challenge going against the Miami Hurricanes and that defense, which obviously has been talked about a lot with all the players that they have going with them?
Yeah, we know what we was up against this week. We've been practicing these last 2 weeks, bye week. We had to correct our mistakes from Virginia, and all the penalties we got and stuff like that. And then we came this week and we knew what we had to do. We stuck to our game and played our game. We knew we was gonna come out on top, and everybody been saying that. I believe.
Chris, Coach talked about fun in the game plan. You lined up one time in the backfield with Colin. 3 quarterbacks side by side out there. How much fun did you have during the week going? And were there times you were like, what are we doing kind of thing? But it worked.
I had so much fun. It was times up in practice where I lined up at quarterback and got a wildcat play, but he ain't called it. Hopefully he called it next game. But yeah, it's been a fun practice. I feel like we have those type of plays in the game. The defense don't know what's coming at them.
Does it relax you a little bit too?
Yeah, it does.
So, Chris, how do you like playing for an offensive coach like Jeff Brom? The guy's played in the NFL. He's a quarterbacks coach, and obviously he's running the show here. So it's obviously he's not afraid to do a lot of different things that allows you guys as players to get the most out of your ability.
I love playing for Coach Brown. He got an NFL style
Right.
offense. Playing in that offense, running plays and routes in that offense, getting ready for the league. So I've been here 3 years playing with him, and it's been a great 3 years.
Going off of that, Chris, what do you feel like is different about you this year? Because you're averaging, I think now over 100 yards a game.
What I feel like is different about me, I'm more locked into the game, and not, just out there being a bully or trying to, get in the player head or letting the players get in my head. I know, this year is my senior year, so I got to make plays for the team, and I'm in that position, that I got to, make plays for the team. Like I've been saying all off season, I've been working on my emotions, and trying to, tune in with myself, and be a leader for the team. And I feel like I've been doing a good job, with that. I got to keep going.
So the maturity factor, you feel like is.
Yes, ma'am.
Chris, Coach said that he didn't know if you were coming back after the little hamstring nick or whatever. Was there ever a doubt that you were we could come out of that game and stay out of that game?
No, I don't think it was no doubt. I know, it was a little hurt. It was a pinch, but I knew I had to come out for my team and make plays for my team no matter what. It's gonna be there later. I'll deal with it later, but I had to make plays for my team, and I did.
Let's talk about the play of your quarterback. This guy looked really poised all day long, no matter what situations he was thrust in. And when you have a quarterback that is so poised the way he is, doesn't that make you guys as an offense feel a lot more calmer and collectively know that you can accomplish pretty much anything you do, let alone, as I reiterated, you had a good defense. But let's focus this question on your quarterback.
Of course, having Miller have that confidence, it riles up the offense and it, help us, get going down the field. A lot of people didn't believe in Miller, but he came out and he showed what he could do. And I believe, I've been believing since he got in here, since the first time we talked. We just had to go in. We had to go in, fix our mistakes, just come out and play better, and that's what we did.
Chris, you were on the team 2 years ago when Louisville had its first road win at Miami. Which game was more fun, that one or this one?
I had a big impact on this game, so this was the most fun game. It was scary at the last one, but I believe in God, and that last few drives were nothing with God.
What does it say about this team to come in, beat the number 2 team in the nation on the road? Like, how does that change maybe how you guys view yourselves?
We got heart, you know, we ain't scared of the challenge, you know. We don't care about what the people gotta say. They was the number 2 team. This is what we didn't care about. We knew we would come in, you know, and get them off their field and beat them. So, you know, we don't listen to all that, you know, internet stuff. You know, we just come out and play our game. You know, we play our best game. That's when we gonna win. That's what we did tonight.
Yeah, do you think that this game here against Miami puts you in the college football playoff picture? Because you tell you what, it's one thing to beat the Canes, but you did it on a Friday night on in front of a national television audience and sent the whole nation a message.
Hopefully, but we worry about one game at a time. You know,
Okay.
next up. So whatever we got to do to win the next game. This is what we're gonna do.
That's fair. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You too.